5 number one hits, including Physical, which topped the charts for 10 consecutive weeks, 15 top 10 singles, 3 Grammys, Country Music Awards, American Music Awards, People's Choice Awards, co-starred with John Travolta in Grease, which led to the most successful musical soundtrack in history. She is the beautiful, Olivia Newton-John. Merry Christmas, by the way, Olivia.
Merry Christmas to you.
How did it all start?
Oh, wow.
Let's get right to the point here.
Let's get right to the point. I was 15. I was in Australia. It depends where you mean, which start. The very, very beginning was in a nightclub in Melbourne where my sister, her husband had a nightclub, and I got up on stage with the folk singer who was singing there, and someone heard me and said, why don't you go into this talent contest on a local TV show? I did that and got some interest, which asked me to be on another local television show. Then I won a national talent contest, kind of like a small-scale American Idol, and won that. And the prize was a trip to England. That really kick-started the whole thing.
You had so much superstardom all at once. Was that hard to handle? Or?
No, it wasn't really all at once. I'd been doing it for many years before it got to that point. You know, it looked like overnight, but I'd started, you know, in Australia and had a few years' experience, and then I was in London working for a few years. So I had about 6 or 7 years of experience under my belt, more than that actually, before I had any real big success.
Well, the big success that you had in the United States, though, I mean, that was just phenomenal.
Yeah, it was. It was amazing.
How did you get picked for Grease, Olivia?
I was actually, Helen Reddy and her husband at the time, Jeff Wald, invited me to dinner one night, and they'd invited Alan Carr. I had a hit record at the time, and he was looking for a Sandy, and he had seen me and wanted to meet me. And I believe at that night at dinner, he decided that he wanted me for Grease. And I was kind of nervous because I'd made a movie that was a total disaster, and I didn't want to do another one because my musical career was doing so well. So I insisted that we do a screen test. And I wanted to see how I thought I came off, because I'd made one movie that was a bomb, and I didn't want to do another one. So, I mean, by bomb, I mean a disaster. And so that's really how it happened.
You're still as beautiful as you ever were, Olivia.
Oh, you're very kind.
You're a nature person, are you not?
I am. I love the outdoors. I love nature, yeah.
Now, do you have a favorite song that you recorded?
That's a good question. There are a lot of songs that I love. I love John Farris songs, and some of the ones that are less known, like Suspended in Time off the Xanadu soundtrack, and a song called Falling, which I've recorded of John's, probably some of my favorites, and probably the ones that are better known, it would be Honestly Love You and, oh gosh.
Oh, it's a great song.
Yeah,
honestly.
It's a great song.
Sing me a little bit of it. Could you do that? I know that they love that, the listeners. Yeah. Can you do that?
I'll try. It's early.
I know.
Maybe I hang around here a little more than I should. We both know I've got somewhere else to go. I do.
Ooh. I got goosebumps, Olivia. I do. I have to ask you about your boyfriend, because that's all over the news. Patrick McDermott. What's the latest on his disappearance?
There isn't anything new, unfortunately.
My heart and my prayers go out to you on that,
Thank
Olivia.
you.
I know it's a tough
been the hardest thing in my life, I think.
Breast cancer survivor. You have become an inspiration to millions of women out there battling breast cancer. Some of the projects you have undertaken, because you have the compassion for those suffering from breast cancer, being a survivor yourself, right?
Yes, I think that once you go through something, you have much more understanding for other people and what it's like. And I'm just really, really lucky that here I am 14 years later, and I can now go, look, here I am 14 years later, and you can do it too. And I'm very involved in a lot of things. Like I have this product line of wellness products at Walgreens that we've partnered together, and it's a CD, Grace and Gratitude, a breast health supplement, and a breast self-detection kit, so that it makes it easier for women to examine themselves on a regular basis and find any changes in their breast. So if there's anything wrong, they can get it checked out. And a portion of all these products are going to Why Me, which is a wonderful organization for women that is there 24 hours a day on a hotline to give you information or help if you're going through breast cancer and you feel alone, and also the City of Hope, which is a comprehensive cancer center in California. So between those two things, Walgreens and I are partnering together to help them. So it's a wellness products called Body, Heart and Spirit, and only available there. And the CD is the center of that. It's a healing CD.
Instrument of Peace off that CD. It's very inspirational.
Thank you. It's a beautiful song, isn't it?
It is, and the whole CD is beautiful.
Thank you very much. It's an hour of music nonstop, so you can use it to meditate, to do a yoga class, to drive in your car peaceful, to put your baby to sleep. It's a very positive record.
Well, it's all about loving others and yourself. That's kind of the idea I got from it. Is that
good?
Pretty much what you were looking to do there?
Yes.
Yeah. You are an interpretative. You interpret the music that you sing. You're just not a singer. Right?
Thank you. Well, yes, I feel it very much. And as I wrote these songs, I wrote 7 of the 10 of them. They're very close to me. Yeah.
You still tour? I know you do. Boy, you're all over the place. What do you got coming up?
I just finished. I've been on the road for a couple of months, and I've just finished.
Where do you live right now?
California, and I go to Australia all the time.
So you're doing. What are you going to be doing for Christmas time, Olivia?
Just staying home, relaxing.
Christmas a nice time for you, as a rule?
Yeah, Christmas can be difficult. I realize that, but I'm going to make the most of it, and I have my daughter and my friends, and it'll be lovely.
Mm-hmm. Anything I haven't asked here this morning you'd like to volunteer?
I think you've covered Walgreens. You've covered. I think you've covered a lot of things.
Well, Olivia, God bless you,
Thank you.
and Merry Christmas.
Thank you, same to you, and a wonderful, happy, and healthy New Year.
All right, well, thank you, Olivia.
Okay, thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Bye now.